Good morning, everyone. It's now 17 minutes past midnight, and I'm still traveling. I have probably about 3 more hours to go before I reach home sa Bataan. Medyo nakakapagod kasi tomorrow morning you have to wake up early. I have a scheduled hearing. But it was well worth it. Nakapunta tayo doon sa EDSA People Power Monument to join our brothers and sisters in expressing our sentiment against the government. Sulit naman po yung pagod. Kung mapagod man tayo, at least saglit na lang ito. I hope na at matatapos na ito. A lot of things happened today. Yung mga revelation ni Amy Marcos, yung statement ni Mike Defensor kanina. Nakita ko siya doon sa People Power Monument. I was with them, and I would like to thank si Panyero Jimmy Bondoc for inviting me over doon sa EDSA People Power Monument. And resignation ni Bersamin, ni Pangandaman, these are big things that happened today. And tomorrow sigurado ko hirap na naman ito si Claire Castro ng pagpapaliwanag at kasisira dito sa mga tao na kagaya ni Amy Marcos. Kanina didinig ko bumabanat na siya kay Amy Marcos. But takes a lot of courage on the part of Amy Marcos. I have to give it to her. Yung ginawa niya na to is not an easy thing to do, but she knows that it is good for her brother and the Republic na mahayag yung katotohanan dito sa sitwasyon ni Bongbong Marcos. And she confirmed something that almost every one of us already knows, that Bongbong Marcos is indeed using drugs. Si Claire Castro na lang yata ang hindi nakakaalam. I mean, people who can observe the demeanor of the president, his yung pagngiwi-ngiwi niya, yung pagngatangata niya, I mean, the way he speak, the way he thinks. And that is a threat to national security, to have a president na involved with drugs and addicted, according to her sister. And if you go down to history, John F. Kennedy Jr., yes, JFK himself, has been rumored to be using drugs heavily. As a matter of fact, nung he was negotiating with Nikita Khrushchev of Russia, parang nilamon siya doon sa meeting with Khrushchev of Russia. It was because he was high on drugs, and there were rumors at that time that this is one of the reasons why he was assassinated, because he was deemed a national security threat because of what he has been doing. He almost brought the US and Russia into a nuclear war ng panahon na yon. And this is the same thing that is happening to us in the Philippines. A president na involved sa droga is a national security threat. Kasi you don't expect someone who is always high on drugs to be coming up with decisions na mabuti para sa ating bayan. And this is really damaging for the president, para yung kanyang kapatid na mas matanda sa kanya will call him out this way. And it takes a lot of courage on the part of Amy Marcos and a lot of love na i-call out mo yung kapatid mo kasi alam mong napapahamak na siya. Ang pinakamasama nun sa kanyang kapahamakan, dinadamay niya yung buong bayan. And it must have been a really painful decision on her part, but it's something that she has to do. Mas malungkot na balita dyan ay yung galing kay Mike Defensor as to what happened to Orly Gutesa. Pinapirma na daw di umano siya ng another affidavit retracting his previous statement. And yung tinuturo na ngayon si Mike Defensor, si Marcoleta, nag-alok daw ng pera para babayaran siya. But I think the more credible story here would be yung sinasabi ni Mike Defensor that his family was placed under threat and he has no other choice but to retract his statement. Ang nakakalungkot nito, no? Yung kwento ko sa inyo noon sa Kuratong Baleleng as to how the testimonies of the witnesses eventually were retracted, were changed, and eventually yung mga witnesses nagkawala. It's exactly the same thing that is happening today. You know, these are exactly as I told you before, the shades. This is high stakes Kuratong Baleleng all over again. Pero itong mga pagpapaikot ng makinarya na ito ng Malacanang, ng Senado, ng Blue Ribbon Committee, ni Ping Lacson, nila Tito Soto, I mean, obvious na si Tito Soto and si Ping Lacson are parang nag-aaktong mga abogado para sa Malacanang and not independent investigators. Would you imagine? Video pa lang ni Zaldico yung napapanood nila, hindi pa nga nila na-evaluate yung testimonya ni Zaldico. Naglalabas na si Tito Soto ng statement na hindi daw credible. Ganun din si Ping Lacson. So, they are supposed to be independent investigators. They should be investigating facts. Tapos, hindi pa nagte-testify sa'yo, dinidiscredit mo yung testimony simply because against kay Bongbong Marcos yung testimonya. So, you know already that these two are up to nothing good. Talagang eksakto as we predicted, ganito talaga ang gagawin nila. And this is something that we already said is going to happen, and it is happening today. But what they did not count on yung magiging reaction ng publiko dito kay Zaldico. Zaldico is not a hero of the Dutertes, kagaya na sinasabi niyo. No, he's far from being a hero. And si Zaldico just stated something, a matter of fact, so that he can protect himself. At alam ng lahat ng mga tao yan, lahat ng mga matatalinong mga iskumbro na sumusubaybay sa atin at sa nangyayari sa ating bayan, alam nila kung ano yung nangyayari. We are not stupid, we are not fools. Si Zaldico is out there to save himself. But it's normal for a person whose life is under threat na gumawa ka ng paraan para iligtas mo yung sarili mo. Question dyan is, who is threatening him? Well, who gets to benefit kung mawawala si Zaldico? Definitely, hindi naman si Sara Duterte ang magbebenepisyo kung mamatay o mawala na lang bigla si Zaldico. At hindi naman si Sara Duterte ang kinatatakutan niya na magpapaligpit sa kanya. He did what he had to do to protect himself. And the only way that he can protect himself is to come out with the truth. And that's exactly what happened. And this truth na lumabas ngayon ay kumalat na ng kumalat. Kasi Jaime Marcos naghayag na at ang INC nagbigay ng platform para yung mga iba pa ay mahayag. Nagsabay-sabay ng mga taong bayan, Mr. President, galit na ang taong bayan sa'yo. At kung di mo pa yan naintindihan hanggang sa kasalukuyan, malaki talaga ang problema mo. But you really have to do the right thing. Like I've been telling you for a month, more than a month already, your clock is ticking, Mr. President. You have to make the decision now or you're gonna bring our country to even further trouble. Huwag mong bitbitin ang ating bansa sa mas karimari-marim na kinabukasan. We deserve better. We deserve more than a president na involved sa droga. Kaya tayo pong lahat, hindi pa po tapos ito. Tuloy tayong magmasid, makilahok, mag-aral. Mahirap makialam ang taong walang alam. God bless you, God bless us all. Mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas.